Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. I'm down on the Wantsum River in Kent today, joined by Simon, a bloke in the woods. As you'd expect, he's just in front of me. We just got off to a little false start where the river stops and we had to portage, cross a little bit and get back in. Reason for this trip is a little bit of a dry run. Well, I'd say dry, hopefully we'll stay dry. Dry run for our Sweden trip next month. Yeah, so we're just a little paddle down the river here and we've picked out a little spot which should hopefully be suitable for a camp. And yeah, Simon's going to cook us dinner. I'm going to do breakfast, so the reverse of our last trip. And I am practicing my paddling because I've never gone solo before. Well, on my right here, we're just approaching what is possibly going to be our camp spot tonight. No real landings yet that we can see. We might stop for a spot of lunch and head on further upriver just to sort of recce it out and just see what's going on here. Getting the hang of rowing or paddling, but not so much paddling and filming at the same time. I got told off for saying rowing last time. Probably shouldn't have put trail mix in my mouth straight away. Right, so I'll let Simon say hello because he's not actually been on the video properly yet.
Hello!
We've stopped for some lunch by the woodland which is behind the camera here, just to try and see if there's anywhere to actually camp in there. There's a bit of a stream or moat around the outside of it which is quite unusual, but there's a few little entrances. Bit of hard work, I just got covered in nettles trying to get in. But yeah, we should find some spots in there. We're going to have some lunch, some trail mix, go up river a bit more. Simon's trying out some hot sauce. And see this other woodland on the tree line up here. See what that's like compared to this one, but that's nearer a main road. So we'll probably end up coming back to here. But we got plenty of time and more daylight now, which is nice, isn't it? I think, yeah, this is my first camp with the extra hour. We've just set off again now. Going to look at this other little woodland further down, or up the river, towards the Thames, towards Reculver, and see what that's like. We've got plenty of time, so we're in no rush. So we may as well get up there, have a little look around, have a bit of a paddle, and come back if we need to.
Yep.
We've come about as far as we'd like down here towards Reculver, the other side of the Thanet Way now. It's a nice paddle. We're going to turn around, head back to our camp spots and start setting up. We've got plenty to get on with cooking and firewood and everything, and both pretty unfamiliar with this area. I mean, I've walked around here with Tom before, but we camped up at the Reculver Towers, so we'll see what these woodlands are like, see if they're worth a return visit at some point. Kind of takes up all the room, doesn't it? I think that branch might. Done. We are back by the woodland now. We've just put the canoes away, hidden them away by the river because there's no way of getting them down here, and well, I'll show you. We get down here, across that, up the other side, and battle our way through. Pretty dense. Well, we've lugged all our stuff over a couple of times, and this is what we're greeted with. Looks to have been planted at some point, and there's some shotgun cartridges around. So we're definitely going to have to clear some ground space. We'll just find a little spot.
Doesn't look too bad, really, does it?
No. There's plenty of deadwood around.
Plenty of deadwood. Plenty of trees to hang my hammock up.
And that's where we came in, by that field, and that's the ditch. Alright, we're in, and we've found a spot which is relatively flat. It's very unmanaged in here. It doesn't look like there's been anyone in here for a good long time. There's a lot of planted trees around, as you can see, and they've just burst through, so that's got to be like 20 years ago. We've got this spot here, we've got a couple of trees each for tarping up and that. Simon's in a hammock, I'm in a bivvy, and we've got a little area for fire behind me there. Should be quite nice. And there's absolutely tons of deadfall around. It's yeah, a lot of stuff, and oak, we believe there's smoke in here as well, oak, ash, all sorts. We've even got some remnants of freshwater mussels that the birds have probably had. So we're going to get set up, hopefully before we lose light. Right, I'm just going to give you a little tour of camp here. Over here is Simon's setup, which he's planning on taking to Sweden. So you got the tarp and the hammock there. His new, what do they call the hammock seat? Chammock. His parachute. I'll back up a little, I'm over here in my 3FUL gear tarp. It's just an A-frame with one corner raised with the paddle, and got a bivvy with thermarest and that inside, and my chair, which is just a fold out one, and where Simon is around about where we're going to be having a fire, so between the two shelters and to the side a bit, not too close. Back of mine, just need to tighten up the prussics a little. Yeah, they're looking good. Small kink in the end of this. Plus, I'm not used to using a Laplander lately with the silky saw. Well, Simon's just gone down to the river. We've both got these Lifesaver Liberty purification bottles with us. He's got a millbank bag as well, and it's pretty dodgy, that water, so there's a lot of particulate matter in there, so he's going to filter that through and then fill up the bottles we've got with us. We've been busy processing firewood, found some nice ash, whole tree that's come over at some point. Some oak down here, which is, you know, it's just starting to go, but it's good in the middle, so that should burn a good long time. Plenty of other stuff. Got some smaller kindling here. We just got some sort of tinder down here as well. So yeah, we're pretty much there. We've probably got enough, but we've got bits we can saw down if we need to later. So we'll just start the fire here very shortly. Right, so lighting the fire today with some of Simon's tinder card. I've never used any of this stuff, so we shall see how it goes. You used it on our last canoe camp, didn't you?
Yeah, I love the stuff. Well, anybody that watches my videos will know I use the stuff all the time. I've usually got a bit. It packs well because it's flat. So I just put a few sheets in with my stove or just in in my pocket or whatever. It's good stuff.
Works pretty much like birch bark, doesn't it?
Very much. Yeah, you do have to fluff it up a little bit, and just what you've done there, sort of separating it and then just releasing some of the fibres, breaking some of the fibres up, and it goes like a rocket. One.
That's a big boy.
Oh, thank you.
I think I need to resharpen the spine on mine. Oh.
Go, look.
There we go.
Good stuff, innit? Fire.
Da, da, da. Some of that's a bit damp.
That'd be that rain we had earlier. Yeah, she's going.
Put all your kindling and tinder on the other side of the fire, that's the way to do it. That's how the experts do it.
Right then, here it is. This is only a small deer. It was a muntjac deer. So, you know, the hind leg isn't huge, but it's where a lot of the good meat is on a deer. So that should be pretty nice. So I'm going to roast that at quite a high temperature to start it off for about 10 minutes or so and really get it to sear nicely. And then I'm going to raise it right up as high as I can and just let it cook slowly, low and slow, or high and slow in this case because it's on a tripod. Probably just 2 cloves will be enough. I'm literally just going to stab and stuff.
Simon's knocked up a quick tripod and hanger, and the Dutch oven's on. We've got a haunch of venison, red wine, bacon, potatoes, brown sugar, garlic, it's all going in this pot. But the sad thing is we've got to wait a couple of hours. But the good thing is we've got beer.
Yay!
Well, I've got multiples of these beers with me today. They're for both of us, they're not just for me. A couple of 4-packs and a couple of singles. There's some Camden Pale Ale, some Crafty Dan 13 Guns, some Blue Moon Belgian White. Simon's got some as well. And I think it's time we cracked one open. I think I'm going to start with the Blue Moon.
Let's take a little look. Feeling good? Flicking oil at you. Feeling good, isn't it? Right, well, I think I'm going to get the wine and the sugar and all the goodies in there now. So you've seen the venison, you've seen the garlic. This is just about half a litre of red wine.
Red wine. Red wine.
And in here I've got brown sugar, just light brown sugar. And I was told to liberally sprinkle this over the top. Like that. Now the thing about venison is that there's no fat on deer really. It's really lean, so just to get some fat into it, we've got a load of bacon, which I'm just going to drape over the top, because, well, bacon's just good.
Bacon makes everything good.
Bacon makes it. Oh shit! Just dropped on the floor. Like that. It's Hayes' fault. Right, there we go. Lid back on, and I want to cook that really slowly now. So, how hot is that? That's all right. So I'm just going to wrap that up one notch and get it up high. And I'll get a few more coals on the top. Right then.
Check this meat. You have to make that noise.
Well, I don't really know how to tell whether that's
That looks tender enough.
good or not. It looks pretty tender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that meat out and let it rest, because apparently that is the most important bit, is resting the meat. So I'm going to hoik him out, stick him on there, and that can rest for a little while, because I want to reduce this down to make a gravy. That's basically just red wine and goodness. And while that's doing, I'm going to use the lid to fry some potatoes. Here I've got suet to use as a fat, which I'm just going to sprinkle into the pan. It might be a bit much, we'll see. Actually, once it starts to melt, you get a lot less than you think, don't you? Suet.
Well, while you were saying that, I was watching it kind of.
It's not very flat there, is it? There we go. That's loads now. Look, so last time I hardly. Let's get a bit of that off there. That's too much. Isn't it?
There, up and...
Right.
Oh, there it goes.
Spuds. Oh god, they're all falling everywhere. It's Hazy's fault.
Hazy's fault. Should get there. Just yeah.
Get a few of them underneath. Just be.
While Simon's cooking away, I'm drinking a all-day IPA Session Ale by Founders. American, I believe. Very nice indeed. And it's about 10:30, I think. We haven't eaten yet. We're so hungry. And we can smell it now too.
All good things to those who wait.
It's looking good. Check out these potatoes, they are looking fantastic. And we still haven't eaten.
We're nearly there. Really nearly.
Our gravy's reducing down there as well, that's pretty much done.
With the Kent Survival knife, fork and spoon kit.
Do like a knife, fork and spoon. I had to buy another one because I think I left my knife in the woods.
Oh no! Right then, I'm going to dump a load of bacon on your plate.
I'd like all the bacon.
Oh, that was nearly all the bacon. Give me some of
I'm
that
not going to complain.
Give me some of that back. Right. Well, I'm just gonna slice into it. I'm just gonna go hunks.
Yeah, don't feel you have to.
Oh,
No
I'm gonna
delicate
have to use a
slices.
fork.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna have to use your fork.
Probably use the spoon as well for the gravy.
Yeah. Well, it cuts well. It might be a little bit. Actually, it might be a little bit over, you know. This has been cooking for two and a half hours.
Which is an estimate.
Yeah, it's definitely an estimate.
Easy.
I don't know. Well, you know, there's a lot of meat on here.
Still going. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, the thing is, I've got to leave the rest on my plate. You see.
Go for
And
it.
I'm looking at what I've got here and what you've. No, I think you need more.
Yeah, but you got bone as well. So.
Yeah, but you know the bones are only small.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, that's still hot. Okay, that's more sensible, isn't it? God, it's Hazy's fault. I've got no rim for anything on here.
Now, how good does that look? Perfect potatoes. Nice tender, nice. Venison. And bacon, which makes everything better.
Bacon.
Oh, yes. I think there may need to be more of that gravy.
More gravy, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, shall I tip?
We've not done much filming since we ate. We've just sat around the campfire and shared a few beers, had a bit of a chat, and it's been a nice evening. It's really got cold now. There's a lot of frost on the inside and outside of the A-frame here. So yeah, we're going to bed down for the night, and we'll see you in the morning for some breakfast. Oh, and that'll do because I'm cold. Good morning. Both up now. Simon's got the fire going for his brew. I'm yet to have one, but I'm on cooking duties for breakfast, so I'm going to get on with that in a moment.
Yay.
Even though it feels like we probably only ate 2 hours ago. It's so late.
Still got the meat sweat.
I think we both slept pretty well, didn't we?
Yeah, really well.
Very, very cosy. It got pretty cold, but had so many layers on, didn't feel a thing. Maybe my nose at one point, but that was that was it. The hat and the glove liners on, which was nice. Yeah, it's a good night. Setups have worked well for both of us. Yeah. Mountain Man breakfast time.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
This is we got for the Mountain Man to go in the Dutch oven. Some bacon, cheese, sausage meat, some potato, some oil for cooking, some milk, and 4 eggs as well. So I think we're going to do okay with all this. I need to make a little room for myself and little grater. I've got one smaller than that which I use for fatwood, but this is quite a good size for doing hash browns. You can go on there. Ooh, nice bit of oak on the fire. Yeah, man. Bit of heat. It's good to get as much moisture out of it as possible, so it really crisps up.
Oh, you're going to lose it.
And that starch. That's quite a lot actually, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good though. Fuel for the paddle back.
The rest, the sausage meat and the bacon, can pretty much go straight in the Dutch oven, which I should have warming up. So we'll get that baby on. Pop in one bit of bacon just to see if we're temperature. I think we're pretty much alright. In with our sausage meat. Get that browning, and I'm also going to bung in my lardons. This is going to be a fair amount of food, isn't it?
This is going to be a lot of food. Lunch as well.
Get that browning away. Just move this meat to the side, it's starting to brown off, and I'm going to add in the hash browns. So let's just go in with all of it. We've just put the eggs in on top of the meat, and lids on with some coals on now. I have to tell you that because I didn't hit record. Right, the eggs should have at least started to set. Just getting there, just a little wobble to them. So I'm going to add in some cheddar cheese. It's just thicker there because that's the way it's sloped.
Just the way it hangs.
How do you dress, sir? Suits you. Don't go mad with the cheese. Oh. Stick that back on. Next time you see this, should be nice and ready to eat. We're under a tarp now because the rain's really coming down, so let's see what this looks like. Oh, could have browned a little more on top, but it looks pretty good to me. It's quite a lot of cheese actually, isn't it?
That looks good. That looks really good.
Alright, give us your plate. I'll serve you up. Oi. Enough to start off.
Oh yes, lovely, thank you.
Oh yes. Good thing with a normal chair and not a chammock chair is I can move it under the tarp.
Yeah. I've got my hammock. I can sit in the hammock.
Fair enough. You know what this needs though? Ketchup. Well, we've retreated under the tarps because this rain is really coming down, as you can probably hear now. Instead of filtering water, we decided to put Simon's bucket under one corner of his tarp, collect some of that, because we're pretty much out of water at this point. So it's going to be a lot easier than filters. They can take time and you have to double filter because of this water having so much kind of particulate matter in it. So yeah, I'm going to start packing away. It's a bit of a mess under this tarp, and hopefully it'll ease off by the time I take the tarp down. We'll see. Breakfast was very good. That was very enjoyable. Quite a lot of work, I guess, but it was worth it. Very nice. Rain's starting to ease off, so it's crunch time. amount of water, isn't it?
Yeah. Bad for a little shower, was it?
Well, we're all packed up now. All our stuff.
There's always one, isn't there?
That's us all packed up. The rain's kind of stopped. It was drizzling a little, but it seems to have held off now. So hopefully for the journey home, because we've only got our jackets, no waterproof trousers, as you can probably see from our soaking wet trousers. Tied it up. The fires were gone. Put any coals and stuff in the river over there. So we're all good there. Yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye to you guys now. Just leave you with some footage of us having a paddle. And thanks to Simon for coming down.
Pleasure, thank
Been
you.
a good little trial run for our Sweden trip.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It is.
It's going to be good.
See you on the next one, guys.
I knew it. You alright?
Oh, I'm glad I'm filming. Oh, this is it's seriously slippery.
Well done.